Hello, and welcome back, again, to ArcGIS News. I'm Peter Klingman. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this hat instead of my usual sport coat, this is part 2 of a special interview series about the December 2020 ArcGIS Online update. Part 1 covered the upcoming HTTPS enforcement. Part 2, this video, goes over the upcoming end of support in ArcGIS Online and ArcGIS Enterprise for IE11. And Part 3 talks about member profile gallery improvements. In this video, I speak with Kelly Jo Wilcox and Filippidi, 2 of our WebGIS product managers, about the upcoming end of support in ArcGIS Online and ArcGIS Enterprise for Internet Explorer or IE11. I hope you find the conversation interesting. Okay, well, thank you, Philip and Kelly, for joining me today. Here to talk about Internet Explorer 11 with relation to ArcGIS Online and ArcGIS Enterprise. But before we get into IE11, I was hoping if either of you could speak to some of ArcGIS's features that rely on modern browser architecture. That is, what can we do in our software that takes advantage of the ever-evolving web?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things. Virtually everything we do in a browser today is driven by JavaScript, which is a developer technology that is used to write web applications, right? So modern browsers have continued to enhance their JavaScript implementation in terms of both functionality and performance. So all of the web applications that we write today really rely on these improvements to quickly draw large data sets. Things like the ability to project complex polygons on the fly quickly in the browser, and just drawing rich vector tiles, all of the things that we've been working on for the past many years. So continuing to be able to do that requires that we have a modern browser for those applications to run it.
So with modern browsers in mind, what exactly do we mean when we say that we're ending support for ArcGIS Online and ArcGIS Enterprise in IE11?
Well, so what it means is that in the next release of ArcGIS Online and also in the subsequent release of ArcGIS Enterprise, we will no longer test Internet Explorer with our applications. And that means that we won't be trying to fix bugs that often come up in the context of IE anymore, and some things may simply stop working. But none of that really happens overnight, right? A lot of the applications that work today will continue to work in some form, but over time, we will be adding new functionality, we'll be making updates that may start impacting IE11. And you have to remember that Internet Explorer 11 has a long, rich history, right? When it was released in 2013, I think it was. It was a pretty significant step forward from previous versions of Internet Explorer. But it essentially hasn't progressed or changed since 2013. And a lot has happened in the world of technology and browsers since then. So we simply have to move on and focus our energy on making the best possible web apps on top of modern browsers.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, 7 years in the world of technology is certainly a long time.
Yeah.
So is action needed from Esri customers? What browsers could I use instead?
Yeah, so if you're already not using Internet Explorer 11, like using Chrome or Firefox or Opera, then you really don't have to change anything. Those are already modern browsers. Keep using those. It won't affect you at all, especially if you aren't using Internet Explorer. If you are, we'd really encourage you to move to another modern browser as soon as you can. You can use virtually any one of the other large browsers. So this includes the new Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome. They're pretty similar, Mozilla Firefox, and if you're on a Mac, none of this affects you because you're already using Safari or one of those other browsers. So really, if you're using something other than IE11, it won't affect you. If you're using IE11, it really is time to move on.
Sounds good. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm set because I kind of ping pong between all of those browsers you mentioned, depending on the machine I'm on. So good to know. Well, cool. Is there anything else crucial that I should know about the end of support for ArcGIS Online and Enterprise for Internet Explorer 11?
Yeah, I guess the big thing to know is with the December release of ArcGIS Online, we'll no longer be supporting Internet Explorer 11. So as Philip mentioned, it doesn't mean that things aren't going to work with Internet Explorer 11, but slowly things may stop working or won't be working as optimally and just work better on these more modern browsers. Philip, on the enterprise side?
Yeah, so if your organization uses ArcGIS Enterprise, then this won't affect you directly until your organization upgrades to a new version of ArcGIS Enterprise from 2021 or beyond. So that's ArcGIS Enterprise 10.9 or later. Nonetheless, I would say we would highly encourage you to consider moving to a modern browser at your earliest convenience, basically as soon as you can. There are a lot of benefits to using a modern browser even today. I think if you are used to using IE11, try one of those other browsers and you'll be amazed at how much faster and better your apps will work just by making that switch right now.
Right, and even from ArcGIS Online and Enterprise right now, there are some apps such as the Map Viewer Beta or some of the 4x configurable apps that aren't supported on IE11. So it really is time to start using those, try a modern browser, see all the new cool things that you can do with this modern browser.
Sounds like a good plan to me. That's it for my chat with Philip and Kelly. Be sure to check out parts 1 and 3 of the interview series. Links are in the video description below.